Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Definitely. Always ready to go deep on these topics.
Today we're tackling something that I think a lot of us struggle with, and that's staying focused on our dreams.
Yeah.
Especially when life gets crazy and throws all kinds of distractions our way.
It's so true. And the sources we're looking at today really get into the nitty-gritty of how to achieve those big goals, the dream life we all think about.
It seems like they're really geared towards personal growth and really making those aspirations a reality. So let's unlock the secrets to keeping those dreams alive and kicking.
Yeah, that
Where should we start?
Well, I think something that really struck me was how these sources emphasize dealing with all the distractions in our modern world. Like, it's not just about having willpower, there's a real science to it.
Yeah, it's like we're constantly bombarded with information and notifications and everything vying for our attention.
Right. And one of the sources actually cited a study that found that even just having your phone in sight, like even if it's off, can mess with your cognitive performance.
Really?
Wow. It's crazy, right? It's like our brains are wired to be pulled in a million different directions.
So I guess that makes having a clear vision of our dreams even more important than, right? Because the source talks a lot about that.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, one of them compares having a vague dream to trying to navigate with a blurry map.
You're going to get lost pretty quickly with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, a clear vision, that's like having a GPS guiding you every step of the way.
That's a great analogy. I like that. So it's not just about writing down some goals. It's about really being able to visualize it almost like you're living it already.
Exactly. Immerse yourself in that success. And you know what? I actually had this personal experience. I wanted to learn to play the piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So every day I would sit down and just visualize myself playing, feeling the keys, hearing the music.
Did it help?
It really did. It made practicing so much easier because it felt more real. Like I could actually achieve it.
That's so cool. It's like proof that visualization actually works.
Right.
I love that. And, the source also talks about breaking down big dreams into smaller steps.
Oh, absolutely. No more feeling overwhelmed by the sheer size of your goals. It's all about creating a roadmap with those achievable milestones.
Right. Like bite-sized pieces.
Exactly. And there's a psychological reason for that, too. Each small win, it triggers this release of dopamine, which keeps you motivated.
Like a little reward system.
Yes, exactly. And they even give some practical tips, like breaking your goals into daily or weekly tasks.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it kind of plays into that whole feeling of accomplishment when you check things off your list.
Yes, totally.
But let's be honest, even with a clear vision and a plan, there are days when motivation just dips, right? Everyone goes through that. What do the sources say about dealing with those moments?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. They talk a lot about the why, like connecting to your core motivation for wanting to achieve this dream.
Yeah, because that's what keeps you going, even when things get tough.
Exactly. And it's about finding that intrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from within you,
Yeah.
not from outside pressure.
Right. Like it reminds me of that story about the marathon runner who hit a wall, but she kept going because she was running in honor of her late father.
Powerful, right?
Yeah. Her why was so strong and helped her overcome that physical exhaustion.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder that our why can really be a source of resilience.
Absolutely. And speaking of resilience, these sources really emphasize that setbacks are part of the process and that persistence is key.
But they're not just saying be blindly optimistic.
Really? Oh, no, definitely not. They talk about this idea of a growth mindset, believing that you can develop your abilities through hard work and dedication.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and there was this study they mentioned that found that people with a growth mindset were more likely to achieve their goals because they saw failure as like an opportunity to learn.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is, right. So it's not about avoiding setbacks. It's about how we respond to them.
This has been an incredible deep dive. And I think what's really cool is that these sources provide such a well-rounded perspective on achieving dreams.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a holistic approach.
Yeah, exactly. It's about focused effort, having that clear vision, breaking things down, remembering your why, and then also embracing the challenges along the way. It's not always going to be easy.
Right. But, the really empowering thing is that we already have everything we need to achieve our dreams.
We just had to tap into it.
Exactly. So the question is, now that you have all this knowledge, what's one tiny step you can take today to get closer to that dream life?
Ooh, that's a good one to think about. And remember, everyone, dreams don't work unless you do. So get out there and take that first step. We'll catch you the next deep dive.
See you then.